Hey there everyone, welcome back to the Dan Cave and welcome to November's bench update, November on the bench. So it's now November and it's a bench update. So this kind of covering 2 months because I didn't do a bench update in October, so there's a fairly good reason for that. So early September, I was away for 2 weeks in the US. By the time I got back from that, I went straight on holiday for a week. Then came back from that and I was away on holiday for another few days. So September and early October was pretty much a write off for modelling stuff. But how's ever, we got back into it through October a little bit and into November. Yeah, actually, even October was busy as well because a lot of kind of family running around stuff to do. So that kind of ate up a lot of my free time as well. And work's been its usual busy self. So there was no real need for a bench update going back to the start of October. So held off until this month. So it is early November. Scale Model World is coming up next weekend. I'll be there. So if you do see me wandering around, feel free to say hello. Just remember, you know me. I don't necessarily know you because obviously I've never seen some of you. But yeah, certainly feel free to say hello to me. Yeah, looking forward to it. No real kind of mega buying plans. Just I'll see I'll see what's on sale. Have a look, and of course to have a look around the various club tables and competition area and stuff like that, and a chance to meet up with some good friends as well. So yeah, so looking forward to a weekend away, 2 nights and a couple of meals out, stuff like that, and a big modelling show. So yeah, so really looking forward to that. So over the past 2 months, generally what's been going on, well, certainly for me, has not been a huge amount. However, sadly, one of our modelling buddies, Tracy Fogelson, did pass away. So there is a memorial build ongoing at the moment for him over at ISM, and that's of the Revell. Actually, that's of the Dodge Viper. So any kit I think is suitable to build for that particular group build, which we'll touch back on later because you'll see one of the things I did buy and one of the things that's in progress. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. So yeah, so gonna have the usual stuff. So what's been built, what's been bought, and what's in progress. So starting off with the what's been built. So only one kit's been built and finished in that time period, and that was the Hasegawa 24 scale Mitsubishi Galant VR4. It's another rally car from the 90s. This time a car driven by Kenneth Eriksson from the Finnish rally, I think. Yeah, Finnish rally, Rally of the Lakes. Thousand Lakes Rally, rather, from Finland. So yes, it's quite an enjoyable build. It was one of those kits I just kind of had in the stash, had a look on the shelf, and went, yeah, I'll have a go with that one. So that's painted. So it's primed in UMP white, painted in TS26 Brilliant White. Then it was a Mr. Color Blue for the rear end of it. So it was masked up and painted blue. Kit decals, Gravity 2K, curbside kits, and not much detail underneath. So the bits that are there, painted in, probably most of it was primed in UMP black, painted mainly with probably Alclad metallics, and then a little bit of brush painting just for some of the finer details. So it all went together well. I don't think it's my finest work. I think there's a few areas that could have been better, but it was an enjoyable build. It was, yeah, it was just a nice build to go through. But you know, it's been took quite a while to get it because it was, you know, with so much travel and being away, it was started and then I came back to it and then stopped and then started again. So it was a little bit disjointed, but because it was a relatively simple kit, it proved to be quite enjoyable to kind of play one through on that kit. So So that was finished last week, I think. So yeah, so that's all that's been built. So that's all that's been built this month. In terms of what's been bought, there's only one kit was bought, and that was the Revell Dodge Viper 25th scale. So that's for the Tracy F Memorial build that I mentioned a few minutes ago. So Tracy had already had plans to do a body build with Paul and some of the guys over at ISM. Sadly, Tracy passed away, so it seemed like a good fitting subject to do a group build for Tracy. So that's been bought. That's been the only purchase, modelling wise, I think. Yep, that's the only purchase. I'm just checking. I think it's the same stuff that is under there that I mentioned last time 2 months ago. So yeah, so nothing else bought. So yeah, so now it's on to the in progress bit. So yeah, so for the in progress, let's head on over to the bench and have a look at the various kits that are in progress. Or at least I'm going to cover the kits. So we're not sat here for half an hour going over kits that are in progress from the last bench update that haven't changed, because a few of the kits haven't moved on at all. So the 109 has not changed. The 1970-71 Skyline, that's not changed. The Citroen C3 from Bell Kits, that's not changed. So yeah, so the only things in progress we're going to go over and have a look at. So I'll probably keep the bench update relatively short, but probably more relevant to what's actually going on and what's changing. So yeah, on over to the bench. Yeah, let's see what's in progress. So in progress. So the first thing in progress is the 24th scale. Yeah, 24th scale Revell Ferrari California. So been meaning to build this for a while, and on a whim, even though I have lots of other stuff in progress, I just felt like something to get kind of mojo back and get a little bit of progress made. So I just pulled this out of the stash and started cleaning up the bodywork. So yeah, so the bodywork's pretty well cleaned up, de-seamed, most of the panels scuffed up and ready to go. So this is so I think I'm going to paint this in Gravity Spain Ferrari Azzurro California. Now I know Paul at ISM did actually test this for one of his builds at one stage, and I think he found the metallic flakes were a little bit too big in this paint from Gravity, which is unusual from Gravity. Normally they're spot on. And I know ProScale now do this actual colour as well, but I've got this. I don't like to spend money unnecessarily, I don't like to waste it, so I'll see how it comes out with this and see if it's acceptable when I get to painting it. So that's probably going to be the colour. So that colour I've kind of gone for because that's the colour of a Ferrari California which I drove at one of those supercar experience days a few years back at Rockingham. So I thought it'd be nice to do it in that colour. So I think I picked this kit up at one of the model shows a while back, and it did actually have the Hobby Design photo etch kit in it as well. So yeah, so there'll be a little bit of photo etch to go on this kit as well. But it looks good. Seems to have an engine and transmission in it as well, although as is the case with a lot of modern cars, most of it will be invisible once it's assembled, but I'll know it's there. So that is number one in progress. So the other kit in progress is the Revell 25th scale Dodge Viper for Tracy's group build. So just bear with me while I grab some parts. So that was freshly 2K'd this morning. and there it is as well. There's parts of it anyway. So it's the bonnet and main body. So should be dust dry. Probably not touch dry yet. So the 2K with Gravity 2 Spain, Gravity Spain 2K this morning. So yeah, really pleased with how this has shot out of the gun. Just looking around it, there's almost no blemishes on that. So really pleased with how that colour has come out. So that was Gravity Spain's Jaguar Racing Jasper Green. Yeah, really pleased. So metallic green with basically a gold metallic flake in it. Yeah, a couple of dust spots on the bonnet, but again, they'll be easily sorted once that 2K is cured. So yes, that is literally fresh off the hot off the press and straight out of the box that it's going to sit in for the next few days. But yeah, absolutely love that colour. I think that 2K has come out spectacularly from Gravity. So yeah, so that's basically all the in progress stuff since the last bench update, or at least the things that have changed in progress since the last bench update. So let's head back on over to front facing camera. So yeah, let's go back to me. So there we go. That's the that was the in progress bit. So as you can see, made a little bit of a start on the California. Kind of put it back in the box because I kind of got caught up in doing the Viper. As you can see, the Viper has actually made some good progress over the last few days. Bodywork's been cleaned, de-seamed and all that. Then primed in UMP grey. Then painted in a base coat of Gravity Jaguar Jasper Racing Green. So it's like a metallic racing green. It's got kind of a gold metallic in it, metallic flake, so a very nice colour from Gravity Spain. So then the decals were done yesterday, so this is all, you know, what I went through is all hot off the press kind of stuff. So yeah, and then 2K'd earlier today. So quite pleased with the progress. Next steps on that are obviously the running gear, chassis, interior, all that kind of stuff, which will probably be fairly straightforward. I think it's quite a simple kit altogether. Yeah, part count is quite low actually, looking at the box that's just down next to me. So yes, so that's pretty much it for this bench update. So next up, in terms of videos, I think it's going to be the Sierra Cosworth, so the D-model kit Sierra from earlier in the year. That's going to be next on the editing bench coming up soon, but probably in advance of that, I'm off to Telford next weekend. So, or this weekend coming, depending on when this video gets released. But yeah, in not too many days, I'll be in Telford. So, as I said already, you know, if you spot me wandering around, come over, say hello. And yeah, for anyone else going to Telford, enjoy yourselves. Have fun spending and looking and whatever else you get up to at Telford. So yeah, there we go. We'll leave it at that for this month's update. So thank you all for watching. If you're not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe. Please like the video as well if you liked it. And feel free to leave a comment as well. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon. So bye-bye for now.